21st century has witnessed an unprecedented technological revolution. The internet has become an indispensable part of our daily lives. We use it to connect, conduct business, and access information. However, this rapid advancement has come at a price. We expose ourselves to new forms of threats. Cybersecurity is the shield that protects our digital lives. Cybercriminals exploit vulnerabilities for malicious purposes. Cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility. The internet's interconnectedness is its Achilles heel. Every connected device is a potential entry point for malicious actors. A single vulnerability can provide an opening for cybercriminals. The Internet of Things has expanded the attack surface. Smart homes and connected cars introduce new vulnerabilities. The increasing sophistication of cyber attacks is concerning. Today, we face organized cybercriminal gangs and state-sponsored actors. The consequences of successful cyber attacks can be far-reaching and devastating. They can result in financial losses, reputational damage, disruption of critical services, and even threats to national security. In an increasingly interconnected world, the impact of a cyber attack can cascade across borders, affecting individuals, businesses, and governments on a global scale. One of the most visible consequences of cyber attacks is financial loss. Businesses of all sizes can fall victim to data breaches, ransomware attacks, and financial fraud, resulting in significant financial setbacks. Individuals can also suffer financial losses through identity theft, online scams, and fraudulent transactions. The cost of recovering from a cyber attack can be substantial, involving incident response, data recovery, legal fees, and reputational damage control. Beyond financial losses, cyber attacks can severely damage an organization's reputation. Data breaches erode customer trust, leading to lost business and difficulty attracting new customers. The negative publicity surrounding a cyber attack can linger long after the incident has been resolved, impacting the organization's brand image and future prospects. Cyber attacks can also disrupt critical infrastructure, with potentially life-threatening consequences. Attacks on power grids can lead to widespread blackouts, affecting hospitals, transportation systems, and essential services. Attacks on healthcare institutions can compromise patient data, disrupt medical equipment, and even put lives at risk. The interconnected nature of critical infrastructure means that an attack on one sector can have ripple effects across multiple industries and sectors. The increasing frequency and impact of cyber attacks underscore the critical importance of cybersecurity today. It is an essential investment for individuals, businesses, and governments. Protecting our digital assets and privacy is crucial. Raising awareness about cybersecurity threats is paramount. Individuals need to be educated about online safety practices. Businesses need to prioritize cybersecurity training for employees. Collaboration is key in the fight against cybercrime. Governments need to work together to share intelligence and coordinate responses. Cybersecurity is an ongoing process of adaptation and improvement. In the late 1980s, the internet was a fledgling network, a playground for academics and researchers, largely unknown to the general public. It was a time of exploration and experimentation, a digital frontier where the rules were still being written. Few could have predicted the transformative impact this nascent technology would have on the world, connecting billions of people and revolutionizing the way we live, work, and interact. But as with any new frontier, the internet came with its own set of risks and vulnerabilities, largely unexplored and underestimated in these early days. The very openness and collaborative spirit that characterized the early internet also made it susceptible to exploitation. Security was often an afterthought, with a focus on innovation and connectivity rather than protection from malicious actors. This lack of robust security measures created a fertile ground for the first major cyber attack that would capture global attention and expose the fragility of this interconnected world, the Morris worm. Robert Morris, a brilliant but perhaps naive young programmer, had not set out to cripple the internet. His intention, as he later claimed, was to gauge the size of the internet, a seemingly harmless experiment gone awry. The worm, a self-replicating program, was designed to spread from one computer to another, exploiting vulnerabilities in email systems and network protocols. However, a flaw in the worm's code caused it to replicate at a much faster rate than intended, overwhelming computer systems and causing widespread disruption. The worm spread like wildfire through the interconnected network of university computers, research labs, and government agencies that made up the internet at the time. Computers ground to a halt, unable to keep up with the flood of data caused by the rapidly replicating worm. Researchers and system administrators scrambled to understand the nature of the attack and find ways to contain the damage. The impact of the Morris worm was felt across the digital landscape. Email systems crashed, research projects were disrupted, and communication channels were severely hampered. The financial costs, while difficult to quantify precisely, were significant, as organizations struggled to recover lost data, repair damaged systems, and implement measures to prevent future attacks. What made the Morris worm particularly alarming was that it exploited vulnerabilities that were already known but had not been patched. The Morris worm was simple in design but had a massive impact due to the interconnected nature of the internet and lack of security awareness. It exploited vulnerabilities in Unix utilities like sendmail and finger. The worm spread by exploiting a sendmail vulnerability to execute commands remotely. It guessed passwords using dictionary attacks and brute force methods. The worm would install itself on compromised systems, repeating the cycle. It also exploited a vulnerability in the finger protocol. The finger protocol allowed the worm to overflow buffers and execute arbitrary code. These vulnerabilities and rapid replication led to widespread impact. It highlighted the need for secure coding, strong passwords, and timely updates. The Morris worm was a wake-up call, showing that even benign code could have far-reaching consequences. Section 4. Ripple Effects. The aftermath of the Morris worm and the birth of cybersecurity awareness. The Morris worm had a profound impact on the nascent internet community, forcing a reckoning with the importance of cybersecurity and the need for a coordinated response to future threats. In the aftermath of the attack, researchers, system administrators, and policymakers came together to analyze the worm's spread, assess the damage, and develop strategies to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. One of the most immediate consequences of the Morris worm was the establishment of the Computer Emergency Response Team, initially based at Carnegie Mellon University. CERT's mission was to serve as a central clearinghouse for information about internet security vulnerabilities, coordinate responses to cyber attacks, and promote best practices for improving cybersecurity. The Morris worm also led to increased awareness of the importance of cybersecurity within the government and private sector. Organizations began to recognize that their computer systems were vulnerable to attack and that they needed to take steps to protect their data and networks. This led to the development of new security technologies and the implementation of more robust security policies and procedures. The incident also had legal ramifications. Robert Morris was eventually charged and convicted under the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, becoming the first person to be convicted under this law. His conviction sent a strong message that cybercrime would be taken seriously and that those who engaged in malicious activities online would be held accountable. Section 5. Lessons learned. The importance of responsible code and ethical hacking. The Morris worm underscored crucial lessons in cybersecurity. It highlighted responsible coding practices, the need for a strong ethical compass, and shared responsibility for a secure internet. Section 1. The rise of email, a new vector for attack. As the internet grew in popularity throughout the 1990s, so too did email. This new form of communication, fast and efficient, quickly became a cornerstone of both personal and professional interactions. However, this rapid adoption also presented a new avenue for malicious actors, a way to reach millions of users with unprecedented ease. The very features that made email so convenient, its speed, its reach, its ability to easily share files, also made it an attractive target for those seeking to spread malware. The stage was set for a new breed of cyber threat, one that would exploit the trust people placed in their inboxes and the relative lack of security awareness surrounding this new communication medium. This new threat arrived in the form of the Melissa virus, a self-replicating email virus that would wreak havoc on a global scale, highlighting the potential for cyber attacks to disrupt not just individual computers, but entire organizations and networks. Section 2. The Melissa virus panic in the inbox. The Melissa virus preyed on human curiosity and trust. Created by David L. Smith, it spread rapidly. The email appeared harmless, with an attachment named list.doc. Opening it unleashed the virus, infecting computers. It sent copies to the first 50 contacts. The virus clogged email servers, causing panic. It eroded trust in email communication. Section 3. A self-inflicted wound. How curiosity and greed fueled the virus's spread. The Melissa virus spread rapidly due to human factors like curiosity and greed. Curiosity led many to open the email attachment. The subject line, important message, piqued interest. This act unleashed the virus, causing widespread impact. Greed also played a role, as some forwarded the email intentionally. This accelerated the virus's spread, highlighting human behavior as a weak link in cybersecurity. Tallying the damage of the Melissa virus. The Melissa virus had a significant economic impact, disrupting businesses, government agencies, and individuals worldwide. Its rapid spread through email systems caused widespread disruption, halting communication, and impacting productivity. The cost of lost productivity was estimated to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Businesses dedicated significant resources to cleaning up infected systems and restoring lost data. The Melissa virus served as a wake-up call, highlighting the need for robust cybersecurity measures. Section 5. Lessons learned. The importance of email security and user awareness. The Melissa virus, while a disruptive and costly event, provided valuable lessons for the cybersecurity community, highlighting the importance of email security, user awareness, and a proactive approach to threat mitigation. The incident underscored the need for organizations to implement robust email security measures, such as antivirus software, spam filters, and email gateways, to prevent malicious emails from reaching users' inboxes. Furthermore, the Melissa virus demonstrated the critical role of user awareness in cybersecurity. Even with the best technical safeguards in place, human error can still provide an opening for attackers. The incident highlighted the importance of educating users about the dangers of phishing emails, suspicious attachments, and other social engineering tactics that attackers use to trick users into compromising their systems. The Melissa virus also underscored the need for organizations to adopt a proactive approach to cybersecurity, rather than simply reacting to attacks after they occur. This proactive approach includes conducting regular security assessments to identify vulnerabilities, implementing security patches and updates promptly, and developing incident response plans to mitigate the impact of an attack. The lessons learned from the Melissa virus continue to shape cybersecurity practices today. Organizations have become more vigilant about email security, implementing multi-layered defenses to protect against spam, phishing, and malware. User education and awareness have become paramount, with organizations providing regular training to employees on how to identify and avoid cyber threats. Section 6. A turning point. The Melissa virus and the evolution of antivirus software. The Melissa virus marked a turning point in the evolution of antivirus software. Prior to Melissa, antivirus software relied on signature-based detection. Melissa's rapid spread and mutation exposed the limitations of this approach. It spurred innovation, leading to heuristic and behavioral-based detection. The virus also led to the adoption of automatic antivirus updates. Melissa drove innovation, improving security solutions and shaping today's antivirus software. The rise of cyber weapons. The 21st century ushered in a new era of warfare, fought in the digital realm. Cyber warfare became a reality, with nation-states deploying sophisticated cyber weapons. These digital weapons blurred the lines between peace and conflict. Stuxnet, discovered in 2010, was a highly targeted and complex cyber weapon. It aimed to sabotage Iran's nuclear program. Stuxnet's discovery raised profound questions about cyber warfare. Speculation pointed to the United States and Israel. The attack marked a turning point, showing the potential of cyber weapons. Governments and organizations reassessed their cyber defenses. Cyber warfare was now a clear and present danger. The digital realm was linked to the physical world, with cyber attacks causing real-world damage. The world had entered a new era of warfare, with battle lines drawn in cyberspace. Stuxnet, discovered in 2010, was no ordinary computer virus. It targeted Iran's nuclear program, causing centrifuges to self-destruct while masking its presence. Exploiting zero-day vulnerabilities, it was a joint effort by the United States and Israel. Stuxnet crossed the digital divide, causing real-world damage. It was a wake-up call, showing the potential for global cyber havoc. The Stuxnet's effectiveness stemmed from its technical sophistication and highly targeted nature. It was crafted to infect Siemens industrial control systems, used in critical infrastructure. This focus showed deep understanding of the Iranian nuclear program. Stuxnet used social engineering, zero-day exploits, and malware to infiltrate systems. It spread through infected USB drives, common in industrial environments. Stuxnet installed on PLCs, causing centrifuges to spin erratically and be destroyed. It manipulated sensor readings, misleading operators. Stuxnet's sophistication raised the bar for cyber espionage and sabotage. While Stuxnet disrupted Iran's nuclear program, it had far-reaching consequences. Stuxnet's code leaked online, leading to similar cyber weapons and raising concerns about collateral damage. It sparked a global cyber arms race. Demonstrating cyber weapons can cause physical damage, increasing risks to critical infrastructure. Stuxnet's spread highlighted the difficulty of controlling cyber weapons. Cyber weapons can spread unpredictably, causing unintended damage to civilian infrastructure. This raises serious ethical and legal questions. Stuxnet's legacy is complex, highlighting both potential and risks. It serves as a cautionary tale about the unforeseen consequences of cyber weapons. Section 5. A New Age of Espionage. Stuxnet's Impact on International Relations. The Stuxnet attack had a profound impact on international relations, ushering in a new era of cyber espionage and sabotage. It blurred the lines between traditional espionage and acts of war. Stuxnet's discovery ignited a global debate about cyber warfare rules. Suspicion quickly fell on the United States and Israel. The attack marked a turning point in cyber warfare. It highlighted the challenges of attribution in cyberspace. Cyber attacks can be launched from anywhere, complicating deterrence. Stuxnet's legacy continues to shape international relations today. Countries invest in cyber defenses and international cooperation. Section 6. The Shadow of Stuxnet. Lessons learned and the future of cyber warfare. The Stuxnet attack, a decade after its discovery, continues to cast a long shadow over the world. It highlighted the need for robust cyber defenses and international cooperation. Stuxnet underscored the vulnerability of critical infrastructure to sophisticated cyber attacks. Even isolated systems can be compromised through social engineering and supply chain attacks. The attack prompted a global reassessment of cyber defenses. Stuxnet highlighted the need for international cooperation in cyberspace. Cyber attacks are a global problem requiring a global response. Countries must work together to share intelligence and coordinate responses. The lessons from Stuxnet continue to shape cybersecurity practices today. The rise of ransomware, a lucrative criminal enterprise. Cybercriminals profit from digital vulnerabilities. As technology advanced, so did cybercrime. Ransomware encrypts data, demanding ransom for decryption. This shift moved from data theft to direct extortion. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin enabled anonymous payments. Ransomware quickly became a global epidemic. It impacted individuals, businesses, and infrastructure. Low entry barriers and high returns attracted more criminals. Proactive cybersecurity measures became essential. Section 2. WannaCry holding hospitals hostage. The year 2017 witnessed one of the most widespread and disruptive ransomware attacks in history, WannaCry. This global attack, which spread like wildfire through vulnerable computers worldwide, crippled businesses, disrupted critical infrastructure, and brought healthcare systems to their knees. WannaCry's impact was a stark reminder of the interconnected nature of the digital world and the devastating consequences that can unfold when cybersecurity is neglected. WannaCry's creators exploited a vulnerability in Microsoft Windows operating systems, a vulnerability for which a patch had been released months earlier. However, many organizations had failed to apply the patch, leaving their systems susceptible to attack. WannaCry spread rapidly through networks, encrypting files and demanding a ransom payment in Bitcoin to unlock them. One of the most alarming aspects of the WannaCry attack was its impact on healthcare systems. Hospitals and medical facilities, reliant on computers for everything from patient records to medical imaging to life-saving equipment, found themselves crippled by the ransomware. Surgeries were postponed, appointments were canceled, and patients were turned away as hospitals struggled to contain the damage and regain control of their systems. The WannaCry attack on healthcare systems was a stark illustration of the real-world consequences of cyber attacks. What might have seemed like a distant threat, confined to the digital realm, had suddenly infiltrated the physical world, impacting the lives and well-being of countless individuals. The attack served as a wake-up call for the healthcare industry, highlighting the urgent need to prioritize cybersecurity and invest in robust defenses to protect critical systems and patient data. Section 3. Anatomy of an Attack: How WannaCry Exploited a Global Vulnerability. The WannaCry ransomware attack exploited a critical vulnerability in Microsoft Windows using a leaked NSA hacking tool. Many organizations failed to apply the patch, leaving systems susceptible. WannaCry spread rapidly, encrypting files on compromised systems. It highlighted the importance of timely patching and basic cybersecurity measures. Section 4. A Global Wake-Up Call: The Far-Reaching Impact of WannaCry. The WannaCry ransomware attack sent shockwaves around the world, impacting individuals, businesses, and governments on an unprecedented scale. The attack crippled businesses, forcing them to halt operations and incur significant financial losses. Healthcare systems were particularly devastated, with surgeries postponed and patients turned away. The attack had significant geopolitical ramifications, raising questions about government responsibility and international cooperation. WannaCry served as a global wake-up call, highlighting the critical need for robust cybersecurity measures. The high cost of neglecting cybersecurity. The WannaCry ransomware attack highlighted the critical importance of a proactive and multi-layered approach to defense. Organizations must prioritize cybersecurity as a critical investment. Timely patching is crucial. The attack exploited a known vulnerability. Those who patched were largely spared. Patching is fundamental to mitigate risk. Strong password policies are essential. Weak passwords led to infections. Implement strong password policies. A multi-layered approach is necessary. Combine multiple security measures for resilience. Section 6. The fight continues. Strengthening defenses in a post-WannaCry world. The WannaCry ransomware attack marked a turning point in the fight against cybercrime, raising awareness of the very real threat posed by cyber attacks and prompting a global effort to strengthen defenses. Governments worldwide stepped up efforts, strengthening legislation, increasing funding for cybersecurity, and fostering international cooperation. Law enforcement agencies intensified efforts to track down and prosecute cybercriminals, disrupting the ransomware-as-a-service model. Businesses recognized cybersecurity as a critical risk, investing heavily in multi-layered security measures and employee training. The attack underscored the need for a proactive and vigilant approach to cybersecurity in an interconnected world. Lessons from WannaCry continue to shape cybersecurity practices, driving innovation and collaboration between industry and government. Section 1. The Age of Interconnectivity, a Double-Edged Sword. The 21st century has witnessed an unprecedented level of interconnectivity, with digital networks weaving through every aspect of our lives. This interconnectivity has brought about incredible advancements, but also introduced new vulnerabilities. Organizations depend on a complex ecosystem of third-party vendors, each representing a potential point of entry for malicious actors. The SolarWinds attack, a sophisticated cyber espionage campaign, brought the threat of supply chain attacks into sharp focus. This attack targeted SolarWinds, using their software updates to compromise thousands of organizations worldwide. It highlighted the importance of due diligence in vetting third-party vendors and robust security controls throughout the software development lifecycle. The attack underscored the critical role of threat intelligence and information sharing in detecting and responding to sophisticated supply chain attacks. The SolarWinds attack was a masterclass in stealth, sophistication, and patience. The attackers gained access to SolarWinds systems through a series of carefully orchestrated steps designed to evade detection. They injected malicious code into legitimate software updates for the Orion platform, turning trusted updates into a weaponized delivery mechanism. These Trojanized updates were distributed through SolarWinds' official channels, reaching thousands of unsuspecting customers. Once installed, the malicious code created a backdoor, allowing attackers to remotely access and control networks. The attack served as a wake-up call, forcing organizations to confront the reality that even trusted vendors and software updates can be compromised. The SolarWinds attack was a carefully planned espionage campaign, characterized by patience and persistence. The attackers' goal was to establish a foothold within targeted networks, gain access to sensitive data, and conduct reconnaissance. By compromising SolarWinds, the attackers bypassed traditional security perimeters, delivering their malicious payload disguised as legitimate software updates. Once inside, they used sophisticated techniques to evade detection, blending in with normal network traffic. The attack highlighted the challenges of defending against supply chain attacks, where adversaries exploit trust relationships and legitimate software. It underscored the need for a comprehensive approach to cybersecurity, extending beyond traditional defenses to encompass the entire supply chain. The SolarWinds attack unfolded over several months, with attackers methodically working their way deeper into networks. The first signs of the attack emerged in late 2019, when attackers gained initial access to SolarWinds systems. In March 2020, the first Trojanized Orion updates were released, setting in motion a chain of events with far-reaching consequences. Thousands of organizations worldwide downloaded and installed these compromised updates, unknowingly granting attackers access. Once inside, attackers used various techniques to maintain persistence, evade detection, and achieve their objectives. It wasn't until December 2020 that the attack was detected, when FireEye discovered its systems had been breached. The attack's timeline illustrates the attacker's patience and ability to operate undetected within highly secure environments. Section 5. The fallout repercussions of a far-reaching espionage campaign. The SolarWinds attack sent shockwaves through the cybersecurity community, exposing the vulnerability of the software supply chain. The attack affected thousands of organizations worldwide, including government agencies and critical infrastructure providers. Compromised organizations faced the daunting task of identifying the extent of the breach and remediating compromised systems. The attack triggered a global response, with governments and organizations scrambling to assess their exposure and strengthen defenses. It prompted a reassessment of traditional security practices and accelerated the adoption of new technologies and approaches. The attack highlighted the need for a zero-trust approach to security and the importance of threat intelligence and information sharing. It underscored the geopolitical nature of cybersecurity, with nation-states using cyber espionage to gain strategic advantages. Section 6. Lessons etched in code fortifying defenses in a world of interconnected trust. The SolarWinds attack provided valuable lessons for the cybersecurity community, highlighting the need for a proactive, collaborative approach to defense. It underscored that cybersecurity is about understanding and mitigating risks across the entire digital ecosystem. One key takeaway was the need for a zero-trust approach to security, where trust is never assumed and must be continuously verified. Organizations must adopt a defense-in-depth strategy, combining multiple layers of security controls. This includes technical safeguards, operational controls, and incident response plans. The attack highlighted the importance of threat intelligence and information sharing in combating sophisticated cyber threats. It spurred renewed collaboration between industry and government, recognizing the collective effort required to create a secure digital world. The attack was a wake-up call, reminding us that security can never be taken for granted. The lessons learned from SolarWinds will continue to shape cybersecurity practices, driving innovation and fostering collaboration. Section 1. A shared history, a shared responsibility. Echoes of cyber attacks past. The digital age has been punctuated by a series of cyber attacks that have tested our resilience and exposed our vulnerabilities. From the Morris worm to the SolarWinds attack, each incident has left an indelible mark on the cybersecurity landscape. These attacks have driven the development of new technologies and strategies, highlighting the importance of a proactive approach to defense. The echoes of these attacks remind us that cybersecurity is a continuous process of adaptation and improvement. The Morris worm exposed the fragility of the internet, while the Melissa virus highlighted the power of social engineering. Stuxnet demonstrated the potential for cyber attacks to inflict real-world damage, and WannaCry underscored the high cost of neglecting cybersecurity. These attacks share a common thread. They exploit our vulnerabilities, reminding us that cybersecurity is a shared responsibility. Section 2. The human element, the enduring vulnerability in the machine. The human element often proves to be the weakest link in our digital defenses. Despite advanced technology, human error, curiosity, and trust remain persistent vulnerabilities. Cybersecurity is about people and their interaction with technology. Understanding human behavior is crucial in creating opportunities for attackers. Continuous education and adaptation are key to cybersecurity awareness. From phishing emails to sophisticated social engineering, human vulnerability is exploited. Attacks like Stuxnet and SolarWinds leverage trust and manipulate behavior. The human element is pivotal in the success of cyber attacks. Vulnerability stems from complacency, fatigue, and workplace pressures. Even security-conscious individuals can make mistakes. Cleverly disguised phishing attempts exploit emotions and trust. Addressing human vulnerability requires a multifaceted approach. Fostering a culture of security awareness is essential. Regular, engaging, and role-specific training is crucial. Section 3. Beyond firewalls and passwords, adapting to the evolving threat. The landscape of cyber threats is in a constant state of flux, a dynamic battlefield where adversaries continuously adapt. Today's cybersecurity demands a proactive, adaptive, and multi-layered approach. The rise of cloud computing and IoT has blurred network lines, creating new entry points for attackers. Organizations must adopt a proactive approach, viewing security as a strategic enabler. Section 4. Collaboration as our strongest defense, bridging the gaps in a fragmented landscape. In cyberspace, threats transcend boundaries. Collaboration is our strongest defense. No organization can combat cyber threats alone. A united front is essential, bringing together governments, industry leaders, and individuals. The fragmented cybersecurity landscape is a significant obstacle. Lack of information sharing hampers efforts to combat threats. Initiatives have emerged to foster collaboration. Information sharing centers facilitate threat intelligence exchange. Government agencies play a proactive role in coordinating efforts. International cooperation is crucial in combating cybercrime. Section 5. Investing in our future education, innovation, and the next generation of cyber guardians. As the digital world continues to evolve at an unprecedented pace, so too must our approach to cybersecurity. To stay ahead of the curve, we must invest in the future, fostering a new generation of cybersecurity professionals, driving innovation in security technologies, and promoting a culture of cybersecurity awareness that permeates all levels of society. The cybersecurity workforce is facing a critical shortage of skilled professionals, a gap that threatens to undermine even the most robust security programs. To address this challenge, we must invest in education and training programs that equip individuals with the skills and knowledge needed to thrive in this rapidly evolving field. This includes supporting STEM education at all levels, from kindergarten through 12th grade to higher education, and providing opportunities for continuing education and professional development for those already working in the field. Innovation is also crucial in the fight against cybercrime. As adversaries develop new tools and techniques, we must constantly innovate, developing new technologies and approaches to detect, prevent, and respond to evolving threats. This requires investing in research and development, fostering collaboration between industry, academia, and government, and creating an environment where innovation can flourish. Cybersecurity awareness is not just the responsibility of IT professionals, it is a shared responsibility that extends to everyone who uses technology. We must promote a culture of cybersecurity awareness, educating individuals about the risks they face online, the importance of strong passwords and multi-factor authentication, and the dangers of phishing scams and social engineering attacks. Securing our digital destiny, one byte at a time. The digital age connects us like never before, yet this world is vulnerable to malicious actions. Cyber attacks remind us that cybersecurity is a necessity. The threat is real, and the stakes are high. We must act now. Embrace a proactive, collaborative approach. This is a call to action for everyone. Invest, educate, innovate, and collaborate. Secure our digital destiny one byte at a time. We live in a remarkable time. The digital revolution has connected us in ways unimaginable. Information travels at lightning speed. But this rapid advancement comes with a shadow side. We become vulnerable to new dangers. Hackers, scammers, and identity thieves are becoming increasingly sophisticated. We can take steps to protect ourselves in the digital world. Think about how much you rely on the internet daily. Online banking, shopping, social media, even our work and education depend on a secure online presence. Every time we connect, we leave a digital footprint. This information is valuable to cybercriminals. They can access our bank accounts, steal identities, or hold data hostage. The Equifax breach exposed 150 million people. We can control our online behavior to protect ourselves. Simple steps can make a world of difference. The first step towards online safety is understanding the very real threats that exist. We need to shift our mindset from thinking it won't happen to me to what can I do to prevent it. By understanding the tactics employed by cybercriminals, we can better recognize and avoid them. Phishing scams, for example, are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Gone are the days of poorly written emails promising lottery wins. Today's phishing attempts often mimic legitimate companies, using convincing logos and language to trick us into revealing sensitive information. Similarly, malware, malicious software designed to damage or disable our devices, can infect our systems through seemingly harmless downloads or links. Education is key. By staying informed about the latest cybersecurity threats and trends, we empower ourselves to make safer online choices. There are numerous resources available online and in our communities that provide valuable information and guidance on cybersecurity best practices. Protecting ourselves online is not a one-time task, but an ongoing process. It's about adopting a cybersecurity mindset, a constant awareness of the potential risks, and a commitment to taking proactive steps to mitigate them. The digital world is constantly evolving, and so are the threats we face. Therefore, our cybersecurity practices must evolve alongside them. This journey starts with understanding the basics, building a strong foundation of good digital hygiene. From there, we can gradually incorporate more advanced security measures, tailoring our approach to our individual needs and risk tolerance. The key is to start now, to take those first steps towards a safer online experience. In the following sections, we will delve deeper into specific actions you can take to bolster your online defenses. We'll explore everything from creating strong passwords to recognizing and avoiding phishing scams and much more. Remember, your digital safety is in your hands. Let's work together to create a safer online experience for everyone. In the digital world, our passwords are our first line of defense. They are the gatekeepers to our online accounts, protecting our personal information, financial data, and even our online identities. Yet, we often treat them as an afterthought, choosing convenience over security. We've all been there, struggling to remember a complicated string of characters, or resorting to the same familiar password across multiple platforms. Think of your password as the lock on the front door of your digital home. A weak, easily guessable password is like leaving your door unlocked, inviting anyone to walk right in. On the other hand, a strong, unique password is like a sturdy deadbolt, deterring potential intruders and safeguarding your valuables. Just as we wouldn't use the same key for our house, car, and office, we shouldn't use the same password for multiple online accounts. If one account is compromised, all accounts using that same password become vulnerable. This interconnectedness of our digital lives makes it crucial to treat each password with the utmost importance. Imagine for a moment that your email inbox is like your physical mailbox. Inside are letters containing your personal information, financial statements, and private conversations. Now imagine that anyone could easily walk by and open your mailbox, accessing all of this sensitive information. That's essentially what happens when you use a weak or easily guessable password. A strong password is like putting a lock on your mailbox, making it significantly more difficult for unauthorized individuals to access your personal information. Just as you wouldn't want anyone reading your mail, you don't want anyone snooping through your emails or online accounts. Cybercriminals are constantly developing new ways to crack passwords using sophisticated software and techniques. They exploit common patterns, such as using dictionary words or simple number sequences, to gain access to accounts. By creating a strong, unique password, you make it exponentially harder for them to succeed. We live in a world where we juggle multiple online accounts: email, social media, online banking, shopping, and more. Remembering a different complex password for each account can feel like a daunting task. This is where the temptation to reuse passwords arises, but it's a trap we must avoid. Think of it like this. If you use the same key for your front door and your back door, and someone gets hold of that key, they now have access to your entire house. Similarly, using the same password across multiple accounts gives cybercriminals a master key to your digital life. If one of your accounts is compromised due to a data breach or a phishing attack, and you've used the same password elsewhere, the cybercriminal now has access to all those accounts. This domino effect can have devastating consequences, leading to identity theft, financial loss, and a host of other problems. Section 4. Password Managers, your key to cybersecurity sanity. In the quest for strong, unique passwords, a helpful tool has emerged: the Password Manager. No longer must we rely on our memory or scribble passwords on sticky notes. Password managers offer a secure and convenient way to generate, store, and manage all your passwords in one central location. Think of a password manager as a digital vault, safeguarding all your passwords behind a single master password. This master password is the only one you need to remember, as it unlocks the entire vault. Within the vault, each of your individual passwords is encrypted and securely stored, accessible only to you. Password managers offer several benefits. They eliminate the need to remember multiple complex passwords, reducing the temptation to reuse them. They can also generate strong, unique passwords for you, ensuring each account is protected with a random, difficult-to-guess combination of characters. Section 5. Choosing the right password manager. Finding your perfect fit. Just as with any digital tool, choosing the right password manager is essential. There are numerous options available, each with its own set of features and pricing plans. The key is to find one that aligns with your needs and provides a seamless user experience. When selecting a password manager, consider factors such as ease of use, security features, device compatibility, and customer support. Look for features like two-factor authentication, which adds an extra layer of security to your account, and automatic syncing across your devices, ensuring your passwords are always at your fingertips. Remember, the best password manager is the one you will actually use consistently. Take the time to research and compare different options, read reviews from trusted sources, and choose a reputable provider that offers robust security and a user-friendly interface. By entrusting your passwords to a reliable password manager, you take a significant step towards simplifying your digital life and bolstering your online defenses. Two-factor authentication, doubling down on security. Imagine this. You've just baked a delicious cake and placed it on your windowsill to cool. You wouldn't leave your front door wide open, inviting anyone passing by to swipe your sweet treat, would you? The same principle applies to your online accounts. Two-factor authentication acts as the security guard, providing an extra layer of protection. It's a simple yet incredibly effective security measure. Understanding two-factor authentication, or 2FA, an extra layer of protection. 2FA confirms your identity using two different types of credentials. The first factor is something you know, like your password. The second factor is something you have, like your smartphone or a security key. The most common method uses a one-time code generated by an app or sent via text. After entering your password, you'll be prompted to enter this unique code. This code changes every 30 seconds, making it hard to guess. 2FA creates a strong barrier against unauthorized access. How two-factor authentication works. A simple explanation. Let's break down how two-factor authentication works. You enter your email and password. Then you're prompted for a second form of verification. This is where your smartphone comes in. Open the app, get a unique code, enter the code, and you're logged in. This makes it harder for cybercriminals to succeed. Section 4. The benefits of two-factor authentication. Why it's essential in today's world. In our increasingly interconnected world, where data breaches and cyber attacks are becoming all too common, two-factor authentication offers a crucial layer of protection for our online accounts. The benefits of enabling 2FA extend far beyond the peace of mind it provides. Firstly, 2FA significantly strengthens the security of your online accounts. By requiring a second form of verification, it makes it exponentially harder for unauthorized individuals to gain access, even if they have your password. This is particularly important for accounts containing sensitive information, such as financial data, personal documents, or private conversations. Secondly, 2FA helps protect against phishing attacks. Phishing scams often trick users into revealing their passwords through deceptive emails or websites. However, with 2FA enabled, even if you fall victim to a phishing scam and reveal your password, the attacker still won't be able to access your account without that second factor, effectively nullifying their efforts. Implementing two-factor authentication, a step-by-step guide. Enabling two-factor authentication is straightforward. Most online services offer it as a security feature. First, check your account settings. Look for security or two-factor authentication. Choose your authentication method. Follow the on-screen instructions. Keep your backup codes safe. Two-factor authentication enhances your online security. Section 1. The Unseen Protectors. Antivirus and System Updates. Antivirus software acts as your computer's immune system, constantly scanning for and neutralizing threats. System updates are like regular health checkups for your devices, patching up vulnerabilities and ensuring everything runs smoothly. Section 2. Antivirus software. Your digital immune system. Antivirus software scans your files and incoming data in real time, looking for patterns that match known malware signatures. When it detects a threat, it takes immediate action to quarantine or remove it, preventing any damage. Section 3. Staying ahead of the threats. The importance of regular updates. Cybercriminals are constantly developing new ways to exploit vulnerabilities in software. Regular system updates act like software patches, fixing security holes and strengthening your defenses. By keeping your software up to date, you're closing the digital doors and windows that cybercriminals could use to gain access. Section 4. Choosing the right antivirus. Finding your digital bodyguard. With so many antivirus options available, choosing the right one can feel overwhelming. Consider factors such as level of protection, impact on system performance, ease of use, and additional features. Look for independent testing results from organizations like AV-Test or AV Comparatives to evaluate effectiveness. Section 5. System updates. Don't hit snooze on your digital health. Delaying system updates can have serious consequences for your digital security. System updates protect your devices from harmful software exploits. By promptly installing updates, you're making it much harder for cybercriminals to succeed. Most operating systems now allow you to schedule updates for a convenient time, minimizing disruptions. We live in a world increasingly reliant on wireless connectivity. Wi-Fi allows us to connect to the internet and stay connected with loved ones without tangled cords. Just as you wouldn't leave your car unlocked, you shouldn't leave your digital information unprotected on an unsecured Wi-Fi network. Public Wi-Fi hotspots offer a convenient way to stay connected on the go. However, these networks are often unsecured, making them prime targets for cybercriminals. Cybercriminals can intercept your data on public Wi-Fi, capturing your login credentials and other sensitive information. Virtual private networks, VPNs, act as your invisibility cloak, shielding your online activity from prying eyes. A VPN routes your internet traffic through an encrypted tunnel, making it nearly impossible for anyone to intercept or decipher your data. VPNs also mask your IP address, protecting your privacy and allowing access to geo-restricted content. Section 4. Choosing the right VPN, navigating the options. When selecting a VPN, consider factors such as server location, speed, security protocols, logging policies, and device compatibility. Look for a provider that uses strong encryption protocols and has a strict no-logs policy. Additionally, consider whether the VPN allows simultaneous connections on multiple devices. Section 5. Secure your connection, secure your information. Public Wi-Fi poses inherent security risks that we can no longer afford to ignore. By using a VPN, you create a secure tunnel for your internet traffic, protecting your data from prying eyes and ensuring your online activity remains private. Section 1. Email. The digital postman and its pitfalls. Email, our digital postman, connects us instantly, but can also harbor hidden dangers. Cybercriminals exploit email for scams, phishing attempts, and malware distribution, so it's crucial to be vigilant. Section 2. Phishing deceptive bait in the digital sea. Phishing emails mimic legitimate messages to lure victims into revealing sensitive information. They often create a sense of urgency or fear, prompting recipients to act quickly without thinking. Their goal is to exploit our emotions, making us more likely to fall for their tricks. Section 3. Recognizing phishing attempts. Spotting the red flags. Phishing attempts typically leave behind telltale signs that can help us distinguish them from legitimate messages. Look for suspicious sender addresses and poor grammar and spelling. Phishing emails might also contain generic greetings, indicating they are part of a mass phishing campaign. Section 4. Protecting yourself from phishing. Simple steps, big impact. Be wary of clicking on links or opening attachments in unsolicited emails. Verify the legitimacy of an email by contacting the organization directly using the contact information on their official website. Section 5. Be a cyber sleuth. Investigate before you click. In the digital age, where information spreads like wildfire, It's more critical than ever to adopt a healthy dose of skepticism and become our own cyber sleuths. Don't blindly trust everything you see online, especially when it comes to emails requesting personal information or prompting you to take immediate action. Think of yourself as a detective investigating a potential crime. Before clicking on any links, opening attachments, or providing personal information, take a moment to gather evidence and assess the situation. Check the sender's address, scrutinize the message for grammatical errors or suspicious language, and hover over links to verify their destination. If something feels off, trust your instincts. It's always better to err on the side of caution and report suspicious emails to your email provider or the organization being impersonated. Remember, in the digital world, knowledge is power, and a little bit of investigation can go a long way in protecting ourselves from becoming victims of cybercrime. Cybersecurity, a shared responsibility. Cybersecurity is not just for tech wizards or government agencies. It's a shared responsibility. Just as we lock our homes and cars, we must protect our digital lives. A strong chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Our online security depends on each of us taking precautions. We're all connected and have a role in creating a safer online environment. Section 2. Your digital toolbox, empowering yourself for a safer online experience. Fortify your digital defenses with practical tips and tools to stay ahead of cyber threats. Think of these tools as your secret agent's arsenal, protecting your information and enhancing your privacy. Assemble your personalized digital toolbox to tackle common cybersecurity challenges. Strong, unique passwords are your first line of defense. Password managers store and manage all your passwords securely. Two-factor authentication adds an extra layer of protection. Antivirus software scans for and neutralizes threats. System updates patch vulnerabilities and ensure security. VPNs shield your online activity, especially on public Wi-Fi. Tailor your cybersecurity strategy to your needs and use these tools consistently. Section 3. Staying ahead of the curve. Cybersecurity as a journey, not a destination. Cybersecurity is an ongoing journey of learning, adapting, and staying ahead of threats. It's like a lifelong expedition, constantly exploring new territories and challenges. Stay informed, update tools, and remain vigilant. Use online resources and community workshops to stay updated. Section 4. Small steps, big impact. Building a culture of cybersecurity. Building a safer online environment isn't just about individual actions. It's about fostering a collective culture of cybersecurity, where awareness, vigilance, and best practices become ingrained in our daily digital lives. It's about creating a ripple effect, where our actions inspire those around us to prioritize cybersecurity as well. Think of it like promoting a healthy lifestyle. When we make conscious choices to eat nutritious foods, exercise regularly, and get enough sleep, we not only improve our own well-being, but also inspire those around us to make healthier choices. Similarly, when we prioritize cybersecurity in our own lives, we contribute to a safer online environment for everyone. We can start by sharing our knowledge with family and friends, educating them about common threats, and encouraging them to adopt basic cybersecurity measures. We can also advocate for stronger cybersecurity policies in our workplaces and communities, urging organizations to prioritize data protection and implement robust security measures. Section 5. Embrace the digital world with confidence and care. The digital world, for all its potential pitfalls, offers incredible opportunities for connection, learning, and innovation. It's a vast and ever-expanding frontier, full of wonders to explore and experiences to share. By equipping ourselves with the knowledge and tools to navigate this world safely and responsibly, we can embrace its possibilities without succumbing to its risks. Think of it this way. Just as we teach our children to swim so they can enjoy the water without fear, we need to equip them with the skills and knowledge to navigate the digital world safely and confidently. Cybersecurity should not be seen as a barrier to exploration, but rather as a passport to a world of possibilities. As we move forward, let's remember that cybersecurity is not about living in fear, but about making informed choices that empower us to control our digital destinies. By embracing the principles of awareness, vigilance, and proactive protection, we can all contribute to a safer, more secure, and more enjoyable online experience. Understanding these threats and knowing how to protect oneself is crucial in today's interconnected world. By being proactive and informed, individuals can significantly reduce the risk of falling victim to cybercrime. Personal financial data, such as bank account details and credit card numbers, are prime targets for cybercriminals. Implementing basic cybersecurity measures can go a long way in protecting this sensitive information. Cybersecurity threats come in various forms. Phishing, malware, and ransomware are common threats targeting financial data. Phishing tricks individuals into revealing sensitive information. Malware includes viruses, worms, and spyware. Ransomware encrypts data and demands payment for its release. Awareness helps individuals protect their financial data. Phishing attacks are among the most prevalent cybersecurity threats, targeting both individuals and organizations. These attacks often involve deceptive emails or messages that appear to be from legitimate sources, such as banks or online retailers. The goal is to trick recipients into providing sensitive information, such as login credentials or credit card numbers. One common tactic used in phishing attacks is creating a sense of urgency. For example, an email might claim that there has been suspicious activity on your bank account and prompt you to click a link to verify your information. These links often lead to fake websites designed to steal your data. Phishing attacks can also occur through social media platforms and text messages. To protect against phishing attacks, individuals should avoid clicking on suspicious links and attachments. Using email filtering tools and keeping software up to date can also help in detecting and blocking phishing attempts. Malware and ransomware pose significant threats to financial data security. Malware, including viruses, worms, and trojans, can infect devices and steal sensitive information. Ransomware, on the other hand, encrypts the victim's data and demands a ransom for its release. Once malware infects a device, it can monitor online activities, capture keystrokes, and access personal information. This can lead to identity theft, financial fraud, and unauthorized transactions. Ransomware attacks can be particularly devastating, as they can completely lock individuals out of their systems until the ransom is paid. To protect against malware and ransomware, individuals should install and regularly update antivirus software. Avoiding downloading files or clicking on links from unknown sources is essential. Regularly backing up important data can also mitigate the impact of a ransomware attack, as it allows individuals to restore their systems without paying the ransom. Data breaches can have severe consequences for individuals and organizations alike. Financial loss and identity theft are common outcomes. Cybercriminals use stolen information for unauthorized transactions. Recovering from financial damage is stressful. Data breaches also lead to identity theft. Organizations face reputational damage. Preventing breaches requires robust security and vigilance. Strengthening personal cybersecurity is essential in protecting financial data from cyber threats. Implementing a few practical measures can significantly reduce the risk of falling victim to cybercrime. One of the most effective ways to enhance personal cybersecurity is by using strong, unique passwords for each online account. A strong password should be a combination of letters, numbers, and special characters. Avoid using easily guessable information, such as birthdays or common words. Password managers can help generate and store complex passwords, making it easier to manage multiple accounts securely. Another crucial step in strengthening personal cybersecurity is enabling two-factor authentication, or 2FA. Regularly updating software and devices is also important in maintaining cybersecurity. Being cautious about sharing personal information online and avoiding public Wi-Fi networks for financial transactions can further enhance security. Strong passwords are a fundamental aspect of cybersecurity, acting as the first line of defense against unauthorized access. A weak password, such as password 123 or 123456, can be easily cracked by cybercriminals using automated tools. Therefore, creating strong, unique passwords for each account is crucial. A strong password should be at least 12 characters long and include a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters. Avoid using easily guessable information, such as names, birthdays, or common phrases. Instead, consider using a passphrase, which is a combination of unrelated words and characters. Using a password manager can simplify the process of creating and managing strong passwords. These tools generate complex passwords and store them securely, reducing the need to remember multiple passwords. Regularly updating passwords and avoiding the reuse of passwords across multiple accounts is essential. Two-factor authentication, or 2FA, is a powerful tool in enhancing cybersecurity by adding an extra layer of protection. With 2FA, users must provide two forms of verification to access their accounts. This typically involves something they know, like a password, and something they have, such as an authentication code. Enabling 2FA can significantly reduce the risk of unauthorized access, even if cybercriminals obtain the password. Common forms of 2FA include receiving a code via text message, using an authentication app, or receiving an email with a verification link. Some platforms also offer biometric authentication, such as fingerprint or facial recognition. Implementing 2FA is straightforward and can be done through the account settings of most online services. It's important to choose a method that is convenient and secure. While 2FA adds an extra step to the login process, the increased security it provides is well worth the effort. Real-life examples of data breaches highlight the importance of robust cybersecurity measures. One notable breach is the Equifax data breach in 2017, which exposed the personal information of approximately 147 million people. The breach included social security numbers, birth dates, and addresses, leading to widespread concern and legal repercussions. Another significant breach occurred in 2013, when Target experienced a data breach that compromised the credit and debit card information of 40 million customers. The attackers gained access through a third-party vendor, underscoring the importance of securing the entire supply chain. In 2018, Marriott International announced a data breach that affected approximately 500 million guests. The breach involved the unauthorized access of guest information, including passport numbers and payment card details. These examples illustrate the far-reaching consequences of data breaches and the importance of proactive cybersecurity measures. Organizations must prioritize data protection, and individuals should remain vigilant in safeguarding their personal information. In conclusion, cybersecurity is a critical aspect of protecting financial data in today's digital world. Understanding common threats, such as phishing, malware, and ransomware, is the first step in mitigating risks. The consequences of data breaches can be severe, affecting both individuals and organizations. By implementing practical measures, such as using strong passwords and enabling two-factor authentication, individuals can enhance their cybersecurity. Real-life examples of data breaches underscore the importance of robust security practices and continuous vigilance. The call to action is clear. Prioritize cybersecurity in your daily online activities. Stay informed about potential threats, adopt best practices, and encourage others to do the same. Together, we can create a safer digital environment and protect our financial data from cybercriminals. Embrace cybersecurity practices and contribute to a safer digital world.